guys, welcome back to my channel. It is summertime and it's hot. It's really hot, but I still be wanting to get glam. With it being really hot, I have found some products that have been working really well for me, and I have a couple of little routines and products that I like to stick to specifically for this time because I feel like it still gives me that glam look, but it is a little more lightweight than some of my other makeup routines. So if you are interested, stay tuned and I'm going to share with you how I get this look. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. So my brows, I've already filled in. At this point in my life, they're not my main priority. Right now, I'm just trying to grow them out. And basically, my brow routine is to take a brow gel with color in it and I just kind of fluff them out. So today I used the Too Faced brow wig. I actually really have been enjoying this. I have the color Espresso and I feel like it adds a little bit of tint without making my brows look too dark. So this is the brow gel that I like to go to on those natural days when I literally don't want to wear anything except maybe some skincare, or on those days where I still just want a lighter brow. I just want my brows to look a little more filled in and fluffy. I already put this on off camera, so let's go ahead and jump into complexion. The next item that I like to incorporate into these summer days, Miss Fenty Skin. Okay, so this is pretty new, but I already really love it and I love the look that this gives. So this pretty much is a tinted sunscreen. The sunscreen is not new to Fenty Skin, but the tinted sunscreen is pretty new to Fenty Skin. And since I've purchased this and have been using this, I really love it and I love that look that it gives my skin. I feel like this just screams healthy skin, and I love this because I feel like you really can't mess up with this. Like if you mess up with this, I feel like you're trying to mess up with this. It's so simple and so easy, and it covers the SPF part. In the summertime, I try to wear SPF probably almost every day if I can. Of course, I have those days that I skip, but that SPF I feel like has helped my skin to not have any extra hyperpigmentation on it. I love that it comes in packaging that you can just replace this once this runs out. I have the color 7 and I feel like this matches me perfectly. If you pump it out the bottle and you feel like it's not your perfect match, I feel like these give some grace because my face is lighter than some of my other skin, so I rubbed this on my thigh and I saw that this just went right in, although it's not the exact color of my legs and my thighs. So even if you don't have what looks like your perfect color, I feel like you can make it work with the different colors that they have. The official name of this product is the Hydra Visor Hues. All right, so I'm about to plop her back into her container and apply this. And I love that you can just roll this product up or down. You don't necessarily have to have a top for it. And then I also had some in my hands. I do apply this product with a brush, but it feels nice rubbing it in with my hands. The reason I don't like rubbing products in with my hands is because of how it ends up looking after everything, and I feel like I have to go run and wash my hands before I can finish the rest of my makeup. So this is basically what my skin looks like after rubbing everything in. I am going to stick with using my brush for this. I don't normally use my hands, but I feel like the brush gets those areas where your fingers probably can't really rub in the product the best. So if you're somebody who likes a lot of coverage, this does not give a huge amount of coverage. As you can see, I have a dark spot right here that is still coming through a little bit, but I feel like the coverage that it does give is really great for a tinted moisturizer. I think it's just a preference thing if you're looking for something with a little more higher coverage, but I really love the coverage that this gives, especially for summertime. So let's go into the next step, and that's going to be my concealer. I am going in with the Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrated Long Wear Concealer. I have the color 410W. I like this concealer for summertime and those hot days because I feel like this concealer applies pretty thin, but it gives a nice coverage. I know I have another Fenty concealer, but that one is a little more thicker, so I feel like this one goes perfect for this season. And I feel like this is just so easy to apply and blend out. So when I'm going for a day where I don't want too much, I just kind of more so focus on applying the concealer under my eyes, and then whatever is left on the brush, I just kind of drag it to those areas where I'm used to applying my concealer. I'm going to take that same brush and just blend out this concealer. And then I also like to drag some of that concealer on my eyelids for the days that I like to wear a shadow on my eyes. And for reference, this brush is not super dense, but it still has enough density to where it can effectively blend out the product. When I'm wearing something like this, I try to avoid those super dense foundation brushes because I feel like that's gonna pick up a lot of product. I also feel like the type of product that the tinted sunscreen is, when I've used more dense brushes with that product, I have found that it's not as easy to like blend out the streaks and stuff when I use a more dense brush versus when I use a brush that has a little more grace in the density. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'm just gonna blend down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the forehead. Again, this is more so of a summertime look when I am not really feeling like too much makeup, but I still want a little bit of glam. So I'm not really focused on the fact that I don't have a lot of concealer all over my face. Okay, so the next step is gonna be one eyeshadow, a nice brown eyeshadow. I don't always wear eyeshadow when I'm trying to do a natural look, but today I'm feeling it. So this has been one of my favorite palettes that I have been using lately, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Chocolate palette. I'm gonna show you what the inside of this palette looks. I really love this palette. This is the inside of this palette. I love the pigmentation of the shadows and the payoff, and I just feel like this palette is so gorgeous. I'm gonna go in with this brown color, Cake My Day. Cake My Day is one of those colors that I keep going back to, and I feel like I could wear it by itself. And I just kind of focus on applying Cake My Day on the mid to lower eyelid. So let's get into how I set with powders. Let me tell you guys about these baked press powders that I have been loving from Sephora. Okay. So I normally use 2 of them when I am setting my face. And these are powders. These are the Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powders. And to set those highlighted areas, I like using the color Almond. I really love this color. And to set around my face, like in those bronze areas, in the summertime or when it's really hot, I like to go with a more warm color. So this is the color Sienna. And these powders give the most gorgeous glow, and I feel like it goes well with my dewy products, or those products where I still want to give that healthy skin look. So I'm gonna actually use brushes, which I feel like is a given, to apply these powders. This one I'm gonna apply like in the T-zone area and under my eyes, and this one in that area where I normally like to put my bronzers. So I'm gonna go in with this brush. I feel like this is a good density, and this is just an up close look at these powders. These powders are amazing. So I'm just rubbing my brush, and dusting off the extra powder because I still don't want to fully take away from that natural glowy look. See, I don't always wear eyeshadow. I start to go on my eyelid and I already applied shadow. I just want to make sure those areas where I get oily have some coverage. So one thing I have noticed about the Fenty Skin Tinted Sunscreen is that I have worn it and touched my face and I didn't have a lot of product come off my face. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, when you wear foundation and it gets on your hands, I did not really notice a lot of pigment on my hands after touching my face, and it was a genuine touch also. It wasn't like a little pat or something. So that is something that I really love about that product. All right, you guys, so now I'm about to go in with Sienna and a brush to bronze with. Y'all, I love Sienna. I do have another color for giving me that bronzy look in the Micro Smooth powder from Sephora, but I really love Sienna for like those summer months. It just adds that warmth and I just love it. I just love what it does for my skin tone. I am going to add a little bronzer to my nose. Alright, so next up is a blush, and I really love this Tarte blush palette. So this is the Shape Tape Glow Blush Bar. I feel like the color payoff is really worth it for me. And this one is the Berry Bar. They do have two, so if you're more of a deeper shade, then the Berry Bar would more than likely be the best for you. I'm going to pick up this middle color. It's really bright and I really love it, and in the summer I'm more likely to wear those bright colors, so I love how this picks up. So this is one of the palettes that I like going for, and this blush gives more of a luminous look versus a matte blush look, so I really like that for the spring and summertime. I am about to go in with some mascara, so I'm about to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. If I'm going somewhere where I'm gonna be getting wet, like in the pool or something, I definitely do like to go in with a waterproof mascara. Another mascara that I've really been loving now is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. That, I feel like, makes my lashes look so good. Just so you can see the difference that this mascara makes. Let's jump into what I like to do for my lips. So I've really been loving this Fuchsia Flex from Fenty Beauty. This has been one of my go-tos for this season. A lot of times I'll just put a clear gloss on or something that gives more of a nude look, but I'm gonna use the Fuchsia Flex again today. And if I do line it, I don't always line it, but I'll line it today. I will use a light brown, or I'll use a purple liner or something that's a little more violet or close to that color range. This is the Color Rain lip liner in Decadent. Look at that color, so gorgeous. Lastly, I'm just going in with a setting spray from LYS. This is a Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Makeup Setting Spray. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. I really have been loving this routine for the summertime, especially on these hot days when I still want to do a little glam, but not overload my skin with a lot of makeup because your girl be sweating. I feel like this look still gives my skin that healthy glow that I like going for in this time of the year. So I hope that this helped to give you some inspiration for your own routine, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.